I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes it feels like I'm living. Sometimes it feels like I'm surviving. Sometimes it feels like I'm not doing anything at all. Sometimes it feels like I'm doing a to-do list. And one thing after the next thing, after the next thing, after the next thing, after the next thing. Just to figure out that I actually don't care what goes on inside of my life. And that's a weird realization. That's exactly why I came outside today. Because what does it mean to live? What does it mean to do anything at all? What does it mean to be? I don't know. I don't know the answer to any of those questions, The most I could do is just live. But we have been cursed with the ability to think. So why not let's use it for a little bit of good? The fact that you could actually realize that you're here right now. It means you're alive. You're breathing. You're thinking. You're trying your best to just make sense of it all. But you can't. Because it's hard. Life is hard. Nobody said it was easy. Nobody said things come to you easy either. Maybe that's exactly it, everybody. The harder you try, the harder you struggle, the more life actually takes you deeper in. Maybe there's a point in life where you just gotta let go. Where you gotta just accept what you can't control and control what you can't accept. Or I don't know if that's how it goes, but there's some things in this life that you just can't control, like the weather. Look at the clouds. They're gray. I could sit here and wait for the rain and do nothing. Or I could stand up and I could do a little bit of a rain dance and sing a little bit of a song and hopefully, as I'm singing my song and dancing around, rain's coming down, isn't it? Because you can't control the weather. But it doesn't mean you can't pretend. It doesn't mean you can't pretend to live a little bit. It doesn't mean you can't pretend to believe in yourself. Even that stupid dream, that wild expectation. Sorry. I don't know why you can't do that. I don't know why. Constantly afraid of what people will think of you. Thinking to yourself, just maybe I won't make it far enough. Maybe I won't actually succeed. Maybe I'll fail. Do you know that doubt has actually killed more dreams than failure ever has? Because at least when you fail, at least you tried. At least you went out there and you tried your best. That's better than most. You know what most people do? Most people talk, sit, and brag about the things they could have done. Not actually doing them. Not actually being them. And that's the best part. As you look around in life, you see that things appear and disappear. Just like you. One day, you will appear and disappear. Just like that. The same thing with this house, this wood, this grass, these trees, even my own home in front of me. One day, it will be nothing but a memory. A moment in time. And it's up to me to say what that means to me. Because I could easily sit here and believe, I have all the time in the world. I could sit down, do nothing with my life, and just, do nothing. Because that's the truth. You can do nothing. You could do absolutely nothing. Your world can stop, but it doesn't mean that the actual world is going to. You could stop everything that you're doing, stop rotating, stop spinning, but it doesn't mean the world is going to. And that's the hardest part, because no matter what, no matter how many conversations you have, no matter how much action you take, the world keeps on spinning. no matter how many distractions, no matter how many people try to take you down, it doesn't stop. And that's what makes death and all these tragic things so horrible, that after they happen, there's not a pause in life. No. It keeps on going. Life keeps on moving forward. Time's arrow goes nowhere but forward, not backward, not side to side, not around and around, just forward. And one day you'll realize that it was just you. Stop living your life like a to-do list. Stop waking up in the morning and doing a thing after thing after thing after thing, knowing in the back of your mind what you're going to do next, because you're not ahead. I thought I was ahead for a long time. I thought I was ahead of the game by mapping out what I was doing, but no. I don't know what that is, but it's not living. Because you're not there. You're not there. So I urge you right now, stop thinking about what you're going to do and just do it. That thinking aspect, that overthinking, that's what kills most things. It's what keeps most dreams locked up behind a locked metal door. And you never get them. You never get there. You never try. You let that thief continue to drain and drain and drain you until you have nothing left. Except for yourself. Because I'll ask you the question, if you had nothing, just yourself, would you be okay with that? No more money, no more friends, no more family, no more anything. Just you. You and your soul. Outside in the world, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Because one day you will figure out what works and what doesn't. You just have to get out there and do. And then maybe, after a little bit of time, after a little bit of effort, if you try hard enough, maybe you'll get what you want. Or maybe you won't. Because if you go out there and you follow the plans one to one, you live your life, you do the things, you do what you need to do. You're standing under the awning and it is still raining. What did you do wrong? Nothing. Because you want to know the best part about life? It's fair. Because it is unfair to everybody. Guys, when things go wrong in your life, it is not called failure. It is called life. Things happen. Bad things, good things, neutral things. Will you get up and keep on going? That is the question. Or will you let distraction after distraction after distraction get to you and bring you down? Do not let something or someone that is already beneath you, below you, bring you down. Because that is exactly what it means to bring somebody down. Something or someone that is already beneath you. I am not perfect. Nobody is. Nobody goes out there and does this thing called life 100% perfect or 100% correct. Because there is no such thing as that. However, it is a lot better to have went out there and tried than to have never gone out there at all. Would you rather the pain of regret for the rest of your life or the pain of hardship? The pain of actually going out there and trying to make something happen, because whether you want to believe it or not, you are going to have pain. Whether you want that pain to be regret of not doing something, or you want that pain to be the fact you actually did. The fact that one day your life will flash between your eyes, make sure it is worth watching. One day will be your last, and you will not know it. On your last day, I don't know what you would do, but you would probably still live your life like a to-do list, wouldn't you? Continuing to do thing after thing after thing, having it in the back of your mind like a checklist. And then one thing after another, you get it done, you get it done, you get it done, and then eventually you feel okay. Because you realize that even after you get the things done, you still don't feel all right. Because you could be ahead or you could be behind. You need to do it again. And you need to do it again and again and again. And that is the whole point of life, doing things that you enjoy every day. Making sure that your routine is based around things that you love, that you enjoy, that brings smile to your face. You don't want to have a entire list of other people's things. Because if you don't choose what you care about in life, everybody, life is going to choose what you care about. Think of your life as like a gumball machine, right? And all those different gumballs are all the things you care about. And if you do not choose your gumballs correctly, if you do not choose exactly what you want in your life, like I care about my family, I care about my friend, I care about my career or whatever, my girlfriend. If you do not choose those things, life will choose them for you. People will choose those things for you. Random text message on Instagram gets you down. Random person's opinion that you don't even know or care about gets you down. Random thing that happens to you that shouldn't even freaking bother you, but it gets you down anyway because you haven't chose what you decided to care about. Listen to this. He who has a why can overcome almost any how. If you have a why inside of your life, you could do anything. Anything. You could overcome absolutely anything. And I promise you, the traumatic stuff that happened to you inside of your life, the stuff that makes you think that you're weak, actually makes you strong. It actually makes you strong. Realize this, everybody. There is nothing in this world, in this universe, that can hurt you more than the thoughts you think. There is also nothing in this world that can heal you, help you, mend you than the thoughts you think. Stop living your life like a to-do list. I feel like I am. Waking up, doing the same thing every day. Having it in like a list order. You don't want to do that. That's not living. That's not even surviving. It's living out of habit, living out of routine. It's a subconscious air flight mode, whatever the heck that thing is even called. Live. Realize that you have free will. Realize that you could actually do anything that you want to do. If you want to. If you want to. If you get out there and you do it, you could do anything you want to do. So please, stop living your life like some kind of list. Like some kind of chores list or a laundry list or something. It's not. People will tell you you only get to live one time. Sorry for the hiccups. I say you only get to die one time. You actually live every single day. Get out there, stay positive, and enjoy your day.